friend told me recently that there was a small airplane museum in Farmingdale, Long Island around the Republic Airport. I got excited when I heard him said that I am a huge World War II airplane nerd. So I decided to take a drive and check it out. As I was approaching the place, it didn't look like much. A small old hangar next to an airport. So I said to myself, let's not judge the book by the cover. Let's check it out. Here we are, and we are parking. Did I mention the temperature is 27 degrees? It's freezing. Okay, I see a couple of military planes and what it looks like a fence with a gate to get in. And the hangar has a sign that says American Air Power Museum. I hope this is something, and it's not closed. As soon as I walked in, the first thing I see is a P-51 Mustang, my favorite World War II airplane. I couldn't believe it. Then I look around the hangar, and there were all kinds of World War II airplanes on top of each other. I felt like a kid in a candy store. I started approaching the P-51, and I noticed that I was the only one in the hangar. Well, not really. Someone surprised me and popped out from behind one of the airplanes and said hi. It was one of the employees. I said hello back. We had a quick conversation, and then he made my day. He told me that I was welcome to look around and get close to the airplanes. I said, "Are you for real?" He said, "Yes, I will show you around." So, I started walking around the P-51. I see that her name is Jacqueline, and she is awesome. This plane is considered to be the finest piston-powered airplane of World War II. The P-51 had the highest number of kills during the war, with an impressive 4,950 kills. The P-51 was the first aircraft to use laminar flow wing design. This allows for an incredible reduction of turbulent flow across the wing. Look at the tail. It doesn't look that tall. I think overall it is not a big plane, but definitely a beautiful design. Looking at the plane from the side, you can notice the distinctive signature outline that makes the P-51 unique. It definitely looks like it was built for speed and maneuverability. I would like to mention that this P-51 and about 80% of the planes in this hangar are operational. As you can see, the plane does not have the propeller at this time. The guy working here told me that the plane was undergoing some maintenance. But once again, I can't believe I am standing so close on front of this plane. Look how tiny the back tires compared to the front wing tires. This is the communications radio antenna. As you can see, this P-51 was in combat in World War II. These tiny red flags with the Nazi insignia represent how many enemy planes did the Jacqueline killed, an incredible total of 12. If I am not mistaken, that made the pilot an ace. Let me try to get a shot inside the cockpit. Sorry, I can't get a good look with all the light reflections. Let's look at the wings over and under. These tree pipes coming out of the wing are the cannon and 2 machine guns. Below the wing, you can see the attachment for the auxiliary gas tanks. When the plane was on a long-range mission, they used to attach these auxiliary gas external tanks to make sure they can go and return to base. This oval opening is the ventral air intake for cooling the radiator and oil. It is more pronounced when you look at the plane from the side. It's what looks like a belly on the plane. This is the right front wheel and landing gear. It is very simple and elegant. These are the stub exhaust pipes for the engine, 6 on each side of the nose of the plane. And these is the main fairing wheel covers. Look inside the wheel well, you can actually see the mechanism to close the wheel and the wheel cover. Check out all the hydraulic lines and mechanisms inside the wheel wells. What a rare opportunity to look inside this plane. The P-51 design came to be as per the request of Great Britain that foresaw the coming of the war in Europe. The British Air Purchasing Commission approached North American aviation in regards to building the P-40 Warhawks. Then North American aviation suggested that they would build a completely different, better airplane. The British agreed, but with one condition, and that was that they would like to see a prototype in 120 days. And guess what? North American delivered the prototype in 117 days. So, the P-51 was created and bested the P-40 by speeds over 25 miles per hour. The main reason the P-51 was created was to perform high-altitude fighter missions to defend and escort bombers. The maximum speed of a P-51 was 440 miles per hour, with a range of 1,800 miles. The first time the P-51 took flight was in 1841. The P-51 was used throughout World War II and the Korean War, and it served in the Air National Guard until 1957. They nicknamed it the Cadillac of the Sky because it was superior to all other piston airplanes. As I was walking away from the Jacqueline, I saw another P-51 hanging from the ceiling on the distance. So I walked over, and I couldn't believe it. It was a red-tail P-51. My day just got better. When it comes to the red tails, we could talk about it forever. The Red Tails were the planes flown by the Tuskegee Airmen, a flying squadron composed of 100% African-American pilots, also known as the 332nd Fighter Group. The Red Tails have the lowest loss record of all fighter escorts in World War II. They were so effective at protecting bombers that they were in constant demand by Allied bomber units and hold a record that is unmatched by any other fighter unit. Why were they called the Red Tails? Well, the squadron painted the tail of their planes red, a trademark that made them stand up from any other fighter plane, and they were so effective and tenacious that they often discouraged the enemy fighters from attacking bombers escorted by them. Their fame was so well known that the enemy knew exactly who were the Red Tails. The 332nd Fighter Group Red Tails was composed of 4 flying squadrons: the 99th, the 100th, the 301st, and the 302nd Flying Squadrons. The 99th Squadron was awarded 2 Presidential Unit Citations in 1943, and the 332nd Fighter Group as a whole was awarded 1 Presidential Unit Citation for flying and accomplishing the longest bomber escort mission to Berlin, March 24, 1945. As I said, we can talk forever about the Red Tails' accomplishments. An interesting fact about the Tuskegee Airmen is that their services didn't stop after the war ended. The Tuskegee Airmen were instrumental in the post-war development of aviation and the Air Force. The Tuskegee Airmen found themselves in high demand throughout the newly formed post-war United States Air Force. I have to say that I had a great day in this old hangar surrounded by history in every corner you looked. It's like going back in time and looking at planes and memorabilia just the way it was during World War II. I recommend everyone take a visit to this American Air Power Museum in Farmingdale, or go visit your local air museum where you live. There's much more to see and show you here. I will follow with other videos showing you other incredible World War II aircraft that are in this hangar. In conclusion, I had a great day, and it was a great place to discover and explore. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe because there is much more to come.